Don't you have a word to show what may be done? Have you never heard a way to find the sun?
This video is all about canal community, which is, I've talked about it before in a previous vlog. You very often don't meet people except in quite a superficial way because everybody tends to be moving on, and there's obviously Facebook communities, good or bad. But this year, because we're all stuck on the Lancaster Canal, or some of us are stuck on the Lancaster Canal, we've found some like-minded people and got together, and although we're buzzing around a little bit between down there and up there, it's not very far because of the breach in the canal. So a few of us on the north side who have bumped into each other on other canals over the last couple of years, we've got together this year. We've made a WhatsApp group. We've called ourselves, well, one of them has come up with the name, the Social Butterflies, and we've been doing some really nice stuff together. So really this video is going to be about that, because it's a real nice refreshing change and we can keep an eye on each other, check in, and we've had some really good outings, so this is about that. Our first outing was to the John O'Gaunt in Lancaster, who have free music every day, and it was a bank holiday Monday, and they had 3 different artists on all afternoon and evening, so off we went. On our way to the pub, we're just nipping in to have a look at these almshouses. So beautifully kept. And we're just going to go and have a look in the chapel at the end.
With the almshouses,
Must be Catholic, I'm guessing. So this is Chris's boat, and he normally wears hat and socks to match. He gets a discount on the canals of 25% because it's an all-electric boat. And then we have Tuhan, who are back and forth, and then Jerome and Dominic on molasses. Play on words, because in Canada the saying is as slow as molasses. Smart boat. Tonight we're going there for dessert and wine. And Dominic is working away. Tonight on our Social Butterflies group, we've been invited to the boat next door, molasses, for dessert and wine, and I'm taking this big box of ice cream that I got in Kirkby Lonsdale from the milking parlour. You can get 10 scoops of ice cream, all mixed from their farm to table shop. And the weather has gone from blowy to sunny. Extremely ominous over there. Oh.
Where we were parked, there was the end of the pier going along there, and there's some benches.
Today is Sunday, and the plans today are, well, at the moment we're waiting for Diesel Derek to come, and he's a chap who he comes up from Wigan, I think, and he's going to deliver diesel to us, which is great because it's a bit difficult for us to get anywhere to get any, and he's much cheaper than Aquavista, which is up and down this canal. and he also does chandlery, and he's bringing a gas bottle to Nicholas on Crackerjack as well. So once that's done, we're going to go into an art fair which is in Lancaster today, so I'm looking forward to that. Weather's not very good, so that's a perfect thing to do on a rainy day. Oh, looks like he's here.
He said it's not urgent, but he doesn't need much, so that's probably fine. I'm out again next Sunday, the other side of Lancaster.
The other one, where are we?
I just mentioned you. This is Chris. Hello. Yeah, I know, we've met before.
Yeah. Did you get my message yesterday or not?
It come through this morning.
Oh, did it? Okay. Well, I've just checked. I've got 58%. So when you're next up this way.
I've got one next Sunday, north.
Okay.
Profit margin.
Yeah.
And that's as far as it goes with me. I mean, it might go up, it might come down. But it's not too many. You know, if we can get it though, that's their way of doing things. Yeah.
Can't stand on the end.
Let me just. These glasses are crap. I can't see what I'm doing.
Oh, you're on the boat now, right?
That's the way this is the way it's done.
That's fine. That's fine.
They had a powered one, but it covers the batteries up in there.
Oh, right.
Stopped at Club. We're on base at Wigan. And
Mine ran out years ago. But I've got another tank.
Here comes Will, narrowboat Will. Big smile as usual. Hello.
All right, Will.
Morning. It did look beautiful, but I've heard quite a lot of people say open.
what's your boat? Will's way.
Yeah, it's great. So we took it all the way, I did. She enjoyed it. Thank you. Took her all the way. Chewickfield, yeah, we turned just from the end of Chewickfield.
Oh,
She's gone now.
Morning. And as you can see, this summer continues unabatedly poor. But there is a window coming up next week of what looks like maybe 5 or 6 days of sun with very little rain. I'll believe it when I see it. But I've got, if it is like that, I'm going to go out on some adventures, because I don't know, the summer's been such a damp squib, and I can't believe it's the end of August and it hasn't happened. And obviously, unless we have an Indian summer, it won't happen now. We'll see. I'll take every opportunity I can. In the meantime, the social butterflies are off today, and we're going to do a train trip. So from here in Lancaster, you can get a train to Carlisle and you can take it all around the coast. It's about 3.5 hours or something like that, going via Barrow-in-Furness, and it takes us right up to Carlisle on the English-Scottish borders, and then you can get a train back which takes about 50 minutes. So we're going to do that. It's been organised by our friends on the boat next door. Quite a late start for us. It's 11 now and we're meeting them at the station. The train goes at 12 and we should be back at about 7 tonight with a little bit of time in Carlisle. But the idea was to go on a rainy day so that we're not stuck in the boat all the time, and we can see the countryside as we go past on the train, and hopefully it won't rain all day. Hopefully. As we walk to the station along the canal, you can see the water has come right up all along that edge where the sheep feed. All the rocks were on show and they're totally covered now. So apparently the levels are back to normal summer level.
About 6 inches.
Yeah, about 6 inches they've come up, which is quite a lot. I think probably the rains had a hand in that.
Cashew nuts.
They must be dredging, do you think?
Mind the gap between the train and the platform edge. Please remain vigilant. If you see anything suspicious, please report.
We're just going to have a little look around Carlisle Cathedral. Oh, it smells of wax. We found a mulberry tree. Well, the ripe ones are all down there, so we're trying to find really ripe ones in here, but then, oh, there's one. It's not often, whoops, that you see a mulberry tree.
Can you cook with them?
Yes, you can make nice jam from them. You get in such a mess when you eat them. Today we've moved the boat. My brother's come to stay for a bit, and we're at the arm of the Glasson Branch. And this canal has been closed for some weeks because of the problems. It looks like they're opening it up. Opening it 2 days early, apparently. Because no boats have been down here for weeks, the water is even clearer than usual. The silt hasn't been churned up. And we just saw a very unusual fish with sort of tiger stripes on it, which my brother thinks is not a fish that would normally live in here. So we're wondering if somebody's chucked a tropical fish in or something. Very unusual. Unless somebody knows of fish with tigery stripes that lives in these canals. And we're back off the Glasson Arm. We walk down to the bottom and back again. And we're having an evening on this fantastic bit of towpath with, look at that, sunshine. Can you believe it? And it's warm and there's no wind. And we're cooking up a mussel and fish stew on our little stick stove down there. Oh, a luxury. This afternoon, Henry is off to help one of the other narrowboaters with a problem they've got. Some plumbing problem.
Yeah. Perennial problem on boats, I think.
And what's happening then?
There's a leak where one pipe joins another. The pipe goes into their pump, and it's like normal 15mm pipe going into their pump pipe, and it's held together with one of those Jubilee clips, and it's leaking around the joint area. And I suspect that what's happened is whoever did the work in the first place didn't put in an insert into the end of the pipe. We'll see.
So you're going down with your multi-tool to cut a hole and have a look?
Oh yeah, that's the other thing. You can't actually get to anything. Whoever did all the work put a panel, all the pipes are behind a panel, and we've noticed that there's actually a pipe join behind that panel which you can't get to, so that's not very good practice really. Okay, well, good luck. See when you get back. We'll see. Hopefully it won't take very long. This is in case they start swearing at me.
How's it going?
Yeah, it's fine. It wasn't what I thought it was, unfortunately. But the Jubilee clip looks like it's a major suspect in this thing.
Well, that's an easy fix, isn't it? If that's all it is.
Yeah, well, it is if you've got a new one.
Yeah. Yeah, but we can pick one of those up when we come back from Scotland, can't we?
Yeah. I've cut out some big areas now, so you can actually get to the pipework that's hiding behind. And there's over in this corner, there's all sorts of joints going on. There's central heating pipes in there, and water pipes.
So you need to have access to all of that anyway.
Yeah. What I would do, I would remove the whole panel completely.
Yeah.
Make it removable as a minimum.
Yeah.
So you can always get to it.
How does that go then?
Yeah, all done. Stop the leak, so that's good.
Luckily, Will had a spare Jubilee clip.
Yeah, they don't last forever, and it was rusty anyway, so good move to change it.
Yeah, excellent.
But I've cut some of the panel out as well, so now they've got access to it. So if nothing else, at least it's going to be a bit of air can get around there as well.
Yeah, well done. So that's it really. That's how we're spending our time. Tomorrow we are going with Dominic and Jerome from Molasses to Edinburgh for the day, which sounds crazy from Lancaster, but because we've got the Pendolino train that goes from here, it actually only takes 2 hours to get there. So we're going at 9 and we're going to have 6.5 hours in Edinburgh, where Dominic particularly wants to go and see the Royal Yacht Britannia. We'll probably go to an art gallery or something like that, and then we'll be back in the evening. So it's quite easy really. So the boat can't move, but we can, and it's nice. It's really nice to have this little community around here. It just makes you feel I don't know, it's been a very different sort of summer. We haven't been able to go along on the narrowboat and see different places, but we've had to take the bus and the train to do it instead, and just use our narrowboats as a base. And we're all doing slightly different things, but coming together to see each other and have a bit of social time now and again, which is lovely really. So that's it for now. See you on the next video, where hopefully I will have been out to explore some more of this area on a camp and a hike, if the weather continues nice for a bit. So have a good week everyone. Bye for now. Bye.
The trees, tell me all that you may know. Show me what you have to show. Tell us all today